Well, the war in Israel is having an impact on what's taking place in the House of Representatives.
And Chad Pergram is with us. And Chad, good morning to you. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Well, right now they don't have a Speaker of the House, and this is an international problem. It's a national security issue for the House of Representatives and Congress. Congress right now is paralyzed. They can't do anything legislatively until they get a Speaker of the House. And this is where some lawmakers, after everything flared up in the Middle East over the weekend, talked about do we need to send money there? Do we need to reload Iron Dome, Israel's defense system there? And this could accelerate the election for Speaker of the House. In fact, right now, the Speaker pro tem, Patrick McHenry, he cannot even get briefings on this because he is not the Speaker of the House. Hakeem Jeffries, the minority leader from New York, got a briefing and said that he was working to coordinate a briefing for all members on this because this was so serious. You also have questions of war powers here because we're starting to move troops and ships into the region. So what does Congress do? This is the schedule for electing a Speaker the next couple of days. Tonight, for the first time, Republicans will meet since they kicked out Kevin McCarthy last week. I brought a glass with me today to put up to the door so I could hear what this meeting was going to be like, but I don't think I'm going to need that glass because I think there's going to be so much yelling in that meeting and recriminations between Republicans after kicking out Kevin McCarthy. Tomorrow, there will be what they call a candidate forum. This is where Republicans will hear from Steve Scalise, the majority leader, who is running, and Jim Jordan, the Republican from Ohio, who is running. And then Wednesday, what they will do is they will vote on who they like. Now, keep in mind, this is just among Republicans. The number to win among House Republicans, that is not the Speaker election, is much lower than what you need to win on the House floor. It's a much higher bar. That's a problem because they don't see how anybody can get to close to 217 votes in the House because there's so much infighting right now between Steve Scalise and Jim Jordan. And also, and this has been an interesting thread that's emerged over the weekend, Kevin McCarthy, the former Speaker, he is speaking to the press outside the Speaker's office today at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. He has, continued to reiterate over the weekend that the House is paralyzed. He talked to our air saying that this weekend, and he's going to talk about the Middle East. There are a number of Republicans who say we might have made a mistake here, and we might want to bring him back. Now, keep in mind, they're not going to go to the floor to actually vote on Speaker until they are sure that they have the votes for somebody to win. Remember, it took Kevin McCarthy 15 rounds and 5 days back in January, and right now they want to avoid that floor drama until they are certain that somebody can win. As I always say, it's about the math, and we don't know how long it will take them to get the math to work.
Wasn't there some reports or an indication that Kevin McCarthy was going to resign after he was kicked out of his post?
There was a report on that, and I thought it was a lot of political stagecraft that he came out late Friday afternoon and indicated that he was not resigning. And the fact that he talked to reporters and indicated that tells me two things. Number one, he might still be in the mix right now to come back as Speaker. Number two, maybe come back as Speaker in the next Congress if Republicans retain the House, or at the very least, because again, in the conference, that bar to be elected to a leadership slot is much lower. If Democrats flip the House next time, he could be the minority leader because there's an awful lot of people. There's a super majority of support among House Republicans for Kevin McCarthy. He has a lot more chits out there than anybody else, frankly.
And there is certainly added urgency to get this done. Chad Pergram, thank you so much for joining us.